So the first step is to take the battery out. So here you can see I've got the base of the E7240 showing, and there's the battery there. So I'm just going to flip the switch to the right and the battery comes out. And the next thing we need to do is we need to take this cover off the base as well, and this is held down by 2 Phillips screws, one on each side. So let me just take these screws out. That one and that one, and get my Tupperware container, put it to one side to put the screws in. Okay, so to get this cover off, we're going to need to push down and then slide it towards us, like so. Now there's lots and lots of screws that actually we need to take out, and there's screws that are labelled K for the keyboard, or P for the palm rest. Okay, so if there is any screws on the underside, we can see immediately we got 2 here, K, one just to the bottom left of the fan, like so, and then there's another one just underneath the RAM. Put them in your Tupperware containers, and then we've got loads and loads of screws which are marked P, and can you see that the P ones are a lot shorter than the ones for the K ones. So there were 2 K ones, and then there's 2 3 that's 4 P screws at the moment, 5 6 and then there's going to be plenty more. So then there's a P screw up here, and there's also a couple of screws. There's a D screw here and a D screw here, so I'm just going to take those out just in case they're securing anything in. So there we go. So there was 2 D screws. The next thing to do on the base is, we can see this is where the keyboard is connected down here. So there's just a plastic latch that we need to pull up, and then the ribbon comes out, and I've actually got 2 ribbons here. So plastic latch up, and then the ribbon is disconnected. Perfect. So having done everything we need to do on the base, we now need to take these 4 screws which are at the back of the E7240 off, and you can see, there you go, if I just move the camera, there's the one right on the far right, 2, 3 in the middle, and then right by the Ethernet port, it's the 4th. So we just need to take these screws out because they hold into place a metal bracket at the back of the laptop, which we need to take off. So there's the 3rd, and then Here's the fourth. Splendid. Having done that, we're going to turn the laptop over onto its front again. And what we've got to do is there's a bezel which is all round the keyboard here. And I've just got like a plastic pry tool. You can use a pry tool or a guitar plectrum or even an old bank card. And you can just see that if you put it under, it just flips up. Now, I've done this several times on mine, so mine is probably going to come up easier than yours. So you do need to be firm with it, but just don't be too rough. And you can see that then it comes out like that. Then we're back with a screwdriver to take the keyboard out. And there are 3 screws at the top. Teeny tiny stainless steel screws. Again, into our Tupperware container. Two. Okay, and then we can just pop the keyboard out, just slide it out like that. Once those 3 screws are out, that's my spare screw that I was missing. Okay, and then we need to get this palm rest off, this plastic casing on top. And what we're looking at here is there are screws on this surface that have an arrow pointing towards them, just an outline of an arrow. So here we go, there's 1, 2, okay, 3. Some of them aren't going to pop out, and they're not going to be that cooperative. If the screws don't come out too easily, just unscrew them as best you can, and then they will come out. They should come out when we take the use a pry tool to kind of lever the palm rest off anyway. So just to reiterate, you're looking to take a screw out which has got an arrow next to it. So I think that's all done. Oh, there's one down here, bottom left. That's excellent. And then the final thing to do is there's just 3 cables to take out. So there's a cable down here where my finger is. Just going to take that out. There's a display cable up here. I'll just use that, the tweezers to get it, and then there's a 3rd tiny little cable there for the power board. Again, I've just switched it up like that and got it out. Splendid. And now hopefully this palm rest, you really want to get between use a pry tool or a plectrum and get between the plastic of the top of the palm rest and the metal of the case, and then just take it up. Just take it up the body like so. Oh, let me just sorry, that metal case that we had at the back, I just need to remove that as well, because that's holding some stuff in, to put that there. Okay, so then the palm rest should just, with a little bit of gentle persuasion, Okay, so that's what the problem is here. Going to the base again, there's 2 screws either side of the docking station which need to come out. So doing that, and then that one there, and then to turn the laptop back open, and there we go. There we go. Finally, the palm rest comes off, and we can see here the bottom right hand corner. This is where the CMOS battery is. Just here, where I'm pointing with the tweezers, and then the speakers. If we look at the very front section, we've got one speaker here, the left speaker here, and the right speaker here. And we're ready to take those apart. So the CMOS, or the coin battery, in the E7240 is situated right here in the bottom right hand side. Now it's the size of battery is a CR2032, and it's a 3-volt 3-volt battery. Now in order to get it out and to work out why it's not working, we need to undo a ribbon which is connected to the motherboard, and we need to also take out this Phillips head screw which is securing it. So the ribbon is just here. You can see where my finger is. I'm just going to flip up the black latch, take the ribbon out, and then I am going to take out the Phillips head screwdriver. And now the battery itself is going to be stuck down probably with a little bit of glue, so you should be able, just with by being firm but gentle, just being able to kind of lever it up. If it is stuck and you're not quite confident about pulling it up just with your thumb and your index finger, then you may want to get a pry tool underneath it and just be even more gentle with it. But there we go. And then if we flip it over, we can see, oh well, that's why mine's not working. So you can see that. Let's just see if we can get in there, zoom in a bit more. So the CMOS battery is meant to connect to this circuit board here via a 2-connector plug, and you can see where it goes in here, and it's completely come apart. So that's good, because it tells me immediately why the CMOS is playing up. To get a new one, I've just had a check on eBay in the UK, costs just over £2 I think, so it's going to be a similar price in the US. So that's how you access and replace your CMOS battery. Okay, so having got the CMOS battery out, we've got clear access to the speakers. And the speakers are connected into the main board via a plug which is just up here and under here. You can see there's a bit of tape there which I need to remove. And then the 2 speakers, here's the right one and here's the left one, right at the front of the E7240. They are held into place by 2 Phillips head screws here and here. The model number of the speakers is 09D5M4. I'll see if I can zoom in and actually get that, because that's on that label. Let's have a look. Can I? You can probably just make it out on that label there, but if not, don't worry. Let me just take the zoom back, because if you search on eBay for speakers for the Latitude E7240, they come up anyway. They are 4 watts in power. Okay, so the first thing to do is let's very carefully unplug this connection to the main circuit board. You can see I've some black tape which I'm just getting rid of. Let me get my glasses back on. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use some very, very thin nosed tweezers, and I'm very, very carefully going to grab either side of this tiny little plug and take it out. And there we go. And that's come out beautifully. Didn't make any contact with the main board. So we can just gently unthread this, and then we take out these 4 Phillips screws. One, 2, 3, 4. And now again, because you're dealing with delicate wires, just be very, very gentle. You can see that hopefully the speakers should just pop out. Okay, this is going to take a bit more. There we go. So there's the whole set of the speakers. And that's how you take the speakers out on the E7240.